Very well spent. Okay, so write this down. Write down 77. Write down 32. Write down 23. "77 of our agents in our company so far this year have either already earned more in their pocket or are on track to earn more than they did all of last year." Give them a big hand. That's huge. That's gigantic. Gigantic. 77 of you. 32 of them, 32 of the 77, are on track to earn between $90,000 and $800,000 in 2011. And of that 32, 23 of those are going to earn between $140,000 and $800,000 this year, with zero REO business.
Wow.
Zero. Zero. REO listings sold. Don't tell me you need REO listings to make money in this marketplace. In fact, most of you who know REO agents who have been working and trying to get REO business some of those guys and gals are up against the wall right now. Some of them don't know where the money's going to come from to fund some of these large organizations. I was talking to an REO guy the other day. 300 deals, so these are not big deals, but 300 deals, big money, $1.8 million in gross commission income. Pretty big money, right? He's lucky if he's going to net $300,000. He's lucky if he's going to net $300,000. And the man works harder than anyone I know on the planet. And he's nervous because a couple of his accounts are a little shaky. And if he loses the accounts, then he runs into trouble with having to keep people on board, and his margins drop dramatically. It's not a place to be. So, draw a line in the paper. Now write down August 22nd, 2011. August 22nd, 2011, today. Question: where are you with how many sales you've made so far this year? Where are you with how many sales you've made so far this year? Below that, I want you to write down how many listings have you taken so far this year. Now right below that, 12, 25, 2011. 12, 25, 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, Christmas is coming. Again. Go figure. 12, 25, 2011. There are 94 workdays. Write that down. 94 workdays from today to the 24th of December. You're going to take 4 days, subtract 4 days from that for Mike Ferry training, because you're all going to go to productivity school. Right? Say yes.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to do that again because you're all going. Right? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. You don't have to go to Las Vegas. You don't have to spend money for gas to get there. You don't have to spend 4 days in Las Vegas in a room with 8 guys or 8 gals in the room, okay? You don't have to do that. All you got to do is carpool from here to Los Angeles. That's all you have to do. That's it. There's no reason that you can't make it for those 4 days. And there's 2 days I've given you for Thanksgiving. Thursday and Friday. Not sure why you need Friday off, but shopping. You have to have money to go shopping, all right? So if you're one of the 77 people, congratulations. If you're not, we got to figure out what to do maybe on that Friday. So there are 88 network days. Write that down. 88 network days. Now, almost every single one of you made a commitment to me, to Frank, to Bill, to yourselves on what you were going to do, sales and pendings for the balance of the year from July 1st to December 31st. Each of you made a commitment. I have it written down. If you can't remember it, come see us. We have those written down for you. The question I have written down here is, how are you doing on your goal? Where are you on your goal? And the next question is, are you doing the daily activities to accomplish that goal? Are you doing the daily activities to accomplish the goal? If you don't do, listen to me, I want to be very clear with this. Very clear. If you don't do what you've committed to do in terms of numbers of closed and pending from July 1st to December 31st, we will not be number one in the Century 21 system. That's a fact. And I wrote down here, if you don't do the daily activities to do those numbers, then it's going to be your fault. And I'm personally going to come looking for you. Or you. Or you. Because I plan on doing my job. Pill's going to do his job. Frank's going to do his job. Marilyn, Amber, our support teams are going to all do their jobs. Are you going to do your job? Is it going to be okay with you? Think about this for a second. Is it going to be okay with you to be responsible for us not hitting our goals and not being number one because you didn't do what you were supposed to do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis? I wrote down here, it's not too late yet. Write that down. It's not too late yet. It's not too late yet. Underline yet. It's not too late yet. But it soon will be. We're running out of time, just like Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. The 25th of December is coming. If being number one in the country isn't important to you, if accomplishing your goals on a daily basis isn't important to you, then think about having a great Christmas for your family. What are you going to be able to provide for them? Are you going to be able to get the things that they want and need? And it's all it is based on doing what you're supposed to do on a daily basis. So I wanted to go through some of the activities some of those 77 people who are on track to earn more this year than last year are doing. So write this down. There are 88 work days. If you preview 5 houses a day for those 88 days, that's going to give you 440 properties that you will have previewed between now and Christmas time. 440 properties. Now, let me ask you a question. Who here in their career has ever previewed property at any time? Once, twice? Everybody's previewed property, right? Say yes. Yes. Now, when you've gone to preview property, or you've gone to a property to open a lockbox, or maybe even when you were out showing the property, if you didn't preview it before, has there ever been a time where you've met a client, either somebody next door to the property, or the postman walking down the street, or maybe the plumber that happened to be on the street going to another house, or maybe somebody was just driving by and you caught their eye and they caught yours as you're walking the property? Have any of you ever picked up a client that way? Yes or no? Yes, absolutely. Have you ever in your career earned money because of that experience? Yes or no? Yes, absolutely. All of us in our career at some point or another have done that. So the question is, if you did that 440 times between now and December 24th, how many deals do you think you could create from that? How many deals? 5? Okay, anyone else? 1, 2, none, 3? Give me some numbers, come on. 2, 10, 4, 7. I wrote down 3. I wrote down a lousy 3. Does everybody think if you hit 440 properties, you might do 3 transactions between now and the end of the year? Yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. I wrote something else down here too. Sometimes we don't think preview is important. You're wrong. On this count, you are dead wrong. I was listening last week, just by accident, to a tape, one from Karen Bernardi and one from Marty Rodriguez. I don't care if you like them or you don't like them. Both of those women, for years, have earned north of $2 million a year listing and selling property, right? Say yes.
Yes.
For years. And years and years. Marty Rodriguez said the first 12 years of her business, she was the caravan chairman for 12 years. And she previewed property twice a week as the caravan chairman because she thought it was that important to do. 12 years of caravanning property. Karen Bernardi said that even now, on stage, just a few weeks ago, that at least twice a week, she previews properties to make sure she's current with what's going on in the marketplace. And I was thinking about that, and I remember in my first 5 or 6 years of real estate, I was caravanning 25 to 30 properties every single week. There wasn't a house in Hacienda Heights and most of Rowland Heights that I couldn't park in front of, even today, and tell you what that floor plan is going to look like. How valuable is that to your career and to being able to list and sell property? It doesn't take forever. You don't have to do it forever. So now, that gives us 3 transactions. Now, write down 88 work days. 88 work days. You go out and see 5 expireds at the door for the same for the same 88 work days. That gives you 440 expireds at the door. The reason we go visit them at the door is because most of the phone numbers aren't on the REAP listings or on the expired list that we get from the MLS. Why you guys come in here every morning and print reams of paper to get a bunch of phone numbers that don't exist is completely beyond me. But you do it because it's an activity and you think you're going out after expireds. Let me tell you something. 40, 50, 60 people are calling whatever phone numbers are on that list. And there's a few. But there's 40, 50, 60 of you and your competitors calling them. Go visit them. Go knock on the door of those expireds. Now, when you go knock on the door, you go from 50 to 60 competitors down to 2 or 3. Because real estate agents, not you, but other real estate agents are basically what? Lazy. Okay? Not you guys, I get it. Okay? But others are basically lazy. Now, 440 doors, we know that 30% of those people are going to be home. That's just the way the statistics go. Between 28 and 32% of the people are always home at any given time, and no matter what activity you're doing, going to the doors. So you're going to see 132 people at the door, expireds at the door. So let me ask you a question. If you saw 132 expireds at the door, and you knew what to say and how to say it at a pretty high level, and your competition was fairly low in this situation because most people didn't show up, could you probably list some of those 132 properties, yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely, right? How many?
13.
13. Okay, how many other numbers? 13 the number? 10. 15. Okay, I wrote down 5. 5. Just 5. Give me 5. Go out, get 5, and sell those 5. And now you've got 5 transactions. Okay, everybody with me so far?
Yes.
All right, now, you've already spent the gas to drive up, and you're at the property. You walk in the door. Some of you are nervous because the client is either home or not home on the expired. By the way, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter if the client is home or not home, because statistics tell us 132 out of the 440 are going to be home. So what you want to do is you want to get to the property. You get to the property, you go to the door, you use your script if they're home. If they're not home, your job is to door knock 10 houses around that property. You're already there. You've already spent the gas and most of the time figuring out how to get there. Now, if you door knock around 10 doors around each preview and door knock 10 doors around each expired, that means you'll door knock 100 doors every work day, right? You guys with me?
Yes.
So that's 88 work days. That means you're going to door knock 8,800 doors. Write that down. You're going to door knock 8,800 doors. This is not rocket scientists. This is not rocket stuff, okay? You can do this. It's easy to figure out. So 30% of those 8,800 are going to be home. That means 1,320 people are going to be home that you're going to be able to have a conversation with, that you're going to be able to talk to, that you're going to talk about the hot market script. Hey, did you know in our area 40 properties actually closed last month? And the really good news is that 22 of those actually sold for list price or above. And we know when that starts to happen, 4 or 5 others are going to start selling. So I was curious, when do you folks plan on moving? Simple, easy, no-brainer. You do that. You talk to 1,320 people over the next 88 days. Will you do some business with that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely. How many deals? 2, 5, 11. Well, you thought the expireds were, you got the 13 or 18 on those. I'm telling you, you're going to talk to 1,300 people here that either directly or indirectly are going to do some business with you, and we're giving me 3, 4, 5, 8, 10. I wrote down 5 deals. So, I got 5 from there, I got 5 from expireds, and I got 3 from previewing. That's 13 transactions. We know that's already 13 transactions from those activities. Simple activities. Now the last thing that you need to be working on is your past client and sphere. Now the 10% rule applies with the past client and sphere. The 10% rule is, if you email weekly, and you mail monthly, and you call them every other month. However many people you have in your past client and sphere list. A lot of you probably have somewhere between 75 and 150. Some of you have 250 to 300. But if you have 100 people in your past client and sphere list, just 100, and you do what I suggested, a weekly email, this is what's going on in the community. You can cut and paste those from MSN, AOL, from CNN, any of that kind of stuff. It's real easy. Put it out, send it out to them on a weekly basis. Mail them a just listed or just sold on a monthly basis, and then call every other month. You will do 10% of that number, that 100, on a annual basis, either directly or indirectly. So that should be another 10 transactions. Everybody with me on that? But let's say I don't know what I'm talking about, and there's only 3 there. All right? So it's just 3 out of that 100. So now what do we have? We have 13 transactions plus 3. We have 16 transactions, ladies and gentlemen. 16 transactions. I'm convinced that if you did these efforts, lined out this way, that you're going to end up doing somewhere around those 16 transactions, 13 to 16, 13 to 20 deals. Between now and Christmas, you could put those in escrow. You could put those in escrow. Let me ask you a question. If you had, in our company, it runs just under $10,000 a deal. If you had an additional $160,000 coming to you, either closed or pending, and was getting ready to close, would you have a great Christmas or what? We'd be ecstatic. Absolutely ecstatic. And if I could get 100 of you to do this, if I could get 100 of you to do this, one at a time, that's 1,600 transactions, we'd be number 1. So here's the thing. The activities are simple. They're basic. They're kind of dumb. Think about it. All you got to do is go preview some houses. You got to learn a couple of scripts, not even really well, okay? You got to follow up on a few clients. You got to kind of look the part. Wash your car occasionally, shine your shoes. You know, put a smile on your face. This isn't that hard. And you could, in the next 88 work days, generate 16 or so deals to the tune of $160,000. I wrote down here, remember, there is no shame in not achieving your goals. There is no shame in not achieving your goals. There is only shame in not doing the daily activities required to achieve your goals. That's where the shame comes in. I wrote down here, to be a great salesperson, we must set ourselves apart from our competitors. You want to set yourself apart from your competitor? Or do you want to be an average real estate agent? Because an average real estate agent won't do what I just talked about. There's no way. And yet what I talked about wasn't anything spectacular. It was just basic business activities. And the only reason some of you are not hitting these numbers today is because you're not doing the daily activities that you need to be doing, like we just lined out over time. We must go the extra mile. And the extra mile is never crowded. Let's go out this week, because today matters, and make this your most productive and best week you've had all year. Thank you very much.